The current connection today, we're talking about DIY mold. You may be concerned about mold. Maybe you see something growing somewhere, so you want to have some testing done. Sometimes you actually get a kit somewhere, take samples, send them to a lab, or you hire someone to do some surface sampling, some air sampling, and now you're provided with raw lab data. You don't know how to interpret the lab data. You don't know what a good result is or a bad result is. Right? And oftentimes, when you hire someone to do testing and they tell you it's a bad result, they can't explain to you why because you never discussed it ahead of time or what would be considered good or bad. So I will tell you, DIY is not for the DIY person. All right. If you have a concern about mold, you need to have a mold professional come in. A mold professional is going to assess your concerns, test the areas that you think you may have issues, and then explain what the results are to quantify them. Quantifying is basically explaining, all right, it's growing here. You know why this type of mold is growing here? Because it needs this type of moisture and it likes to feed on this type of surface. And the reason you have it here is because of this. And that is going to be corrected, and then you can remediate the mold. You may think, oh, I had a bathtub leak and that's what caused it. That's not what caused it, okay? Unless it was a bathtub leak that occurred for weeks to months on end. Mold needs to be moist for up to 3 days for it to start to spore and to grow. Have you ever tried to grow grass? Stop putting water on it, it's going to stop growing. Same thing with like a tomato plant. So where you think you might actually have a cause or a driver for mold growth, that's probably not what the cause was. It's probably something else. So DIY is just simply not for the homeowner or independent person to undertake because they're not going to really have the understanding of it. And you're not going to become a mold expert watching videos online like this or even reading stuff online.